We are live from the center of the earth. Tonight, I've got a good friend coming on. Most of you will know who he is from Twitter. Some background, he slid into my DMs a few months ago to flex on my pistol caliber carbine I had just posted, and I was very proud of. And quite frankly, it's just been downhill from there. This man is a dangerous paradox, equally likely to kick in your door, but not to cause bodily harm. He just wants to tickle your feet while you sleep. His guns are probably worth more than your house, a decorated commander in the Great Possum War of 2021. Please welcome my friend to the trap house. His name is Brink. What's going on, dog?
Hey, bro, what's up?
I'm just chilling here. Thanks for hopping on such short notice. I know we've been bullshitting back and forth for about a month now to get you on the show, but yeah, we were just talking on Twitter, and I was like, "What are you doing tonight?" And
Yeah,
like, I'm free.
It's like, I'm down to fuck.
That's awesome, man. Well, yeah, thanks again for hopping on such short notice. We're gonna have a lot of fun here, man. This is gonna be good. We've got very similar senses of humor. But so anyway, for folks just joining, usually how this works is I commission a series of questions from Twitter, and I ask them to our guests. And kind of just use that as a framework to kind of improv off of and let the conversation go wherever it may. So I've got quite a few questions from interested folks on Twitter. And by far, the most in-demand question has to do with the Great Possum War that has kicked off in the last few weeks, man. So I got to ask you, man, what's going on with the Possum War? What do the people need to know? What's the deal? What's the deal?
All right. Well, I don't think you're ready for this, but I got something a little ready for you. All right. Plato once said that only the dead see the end of war. So fret not, Demp, because soon this will all be over, and I will send you to Valhalla. You see, I exist only to destroy. Blood and valor is in the mountain for me to climb, and I'm at that peak. Demp, you were my brother once, my friend, but I bleed green. This is what I am. I regret the path you and your cohorts have chosen to walk, for it leads only to destruction. I call upon my brothers, Terry, Red, Nick, to join me in the battlefield once the ceasefire ends. For we, the four horsemen of the Possum Apocalypse, will ride across the sky, throwing lightning bolts down upon all small, cargo shorts wearing Southerners who transgress upon the Green Brotherhood. For this is the way. So for those of you that are listening to this, who feel connected, who feel the green lightning coursing through your veins, I say you must join the fight of our brother against brother. The reckless murder and oppression of the marsupial community must end now. The reign of terror brought upon the possums of the South by the dreaded possum bookie and bandit king must end. Brothers and sisters, join us in this fight. For those who fear, fear not, for Elysian fields await you arrival. We fight for hope, we fight for honor, we fight for each other. All for one and one for all. So join us, the four horsemen of the Possum Apocalypse. Ride with the devil! Ride with us! Ride with us! Day of Possum! Liber! Yeah, that's for you, buddy.
Oh my god! I'm moved. I'm moved deep in my soul. And I was one of those people who cast the banner for Dem. I'm also not gonna lie, dog. My YouTube channel's probably gonna get taken down with the energy from that and what you're wearing here. They're gonna be like, "Did he have someone from ISIS on his show? Why is he talking about possums?"
Hey, dude. So like the possums, they protect our balls, man. And just because they're ugly, they want to shoot them. A good friend of mine, Sam, once told me, I had a bunch of ugly soldiers, but they did good things, and I didn't shoot them just because they were ugly. Don't shoot a possum just because it's ugly. Think about the balls, man. Think about the balls. For the children.
Wait, how do possums protect your balls, dog?
Okay, so there's these little tiny ticks, right? And these ticks They're a scourge across America.
Okay.
And have you ever had a tick where you had to like take that booger out, man? You got to do that right, because otherwise, like when you rip off the back the wrong way, the head is still burrowed in. But you can imagine a tick on your balls and trying to pull a tick off your balls. So if you let the possums eat the ticks, you don't have to worry about ticks getting near your balls. In fact, one of my buddies from seventh group, he told me an amazing story. He once got a tick on his butthole, dude. Like, no joke. On his butthole. He was like, down in, the south someplace in an unmentioned region. And he had to have his senior Delta, you know, check out his butthole and take out a tick from his butthole, dude. You imagine like how that must have felt? Something digging around in your butthole? Well, actually, you probably know all about that. But anyways,
Dog, like I think you're selling me for the other team. Oh man! So wait, how did this whole thing start? So I've shot possums before. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them hoe ass possums.
uh,
How did this start? I came to the fight late. Like I just saw a bunch of shit with Possums, Demp, Terry, you, Grandpa, and I just jumped in. I was like, oh, I've got some thermal footage of me shooting a possum with a 450.
bro, to be honest, I don't even know how it started. I just know like one day I was at work and I just picked up my phone and opened up the Twitter, the twatter, as Braxton likes to call it, and like I saw Demp said something about possums, and I was like, oh, it's just Demp, being the coon ass. But then I saw Terry have something against Demp shooting possums or something like that. And I was like, whoa, Team Daddy says this is bad. If Team Daddy says this is bad, you know, you go with Team Daddy. Team Daddy Terry, man, he's the god of drip. You know.
Speaking of which, that reminds me. So Clay Martin was the first guest on my podcast, and my last question to him was, "Who should come on next?" And he nominated Terry. I'll be honest, I'm a little scared to ask him to come on the show. So Terry, if you're watching,
don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I'm just joking. I'm not scared.
Like Terry, do it for the people. Do it for the people.
Do it for the possums.
Win over more people for the Possum War. Do it for the people.
Oh man, no, I know Terry's a great guy. I'm not actually scared. I'm scared of falling. I'm scared of falling in love with him.
No, you should be scared of him because you're on the wrong side of this war.
Oh man. All right, so enough of the possum apocalypse. Let's move on and see what these folks from Twitter. So I didn't get a chance to write these down, so we're going to kind of do this on the fly. Wow, there's a lot of comments on here. Hang on, let me refresh. All right, we're going to skip that one. We addressed the possum question. Why do you hate cargo shorts so much? That one's coming from Midwest Toad.
All right, no, it's not just from him. Like I know all these boomer fuds love their cargo pants, right? Guys, come on, like for real, grow up. Like a grown ass man should not be wearing cargo shorts. Grown ass man should be wearing shorts that fit them. Skies out, thighs out. All right, get yourself
some cut off jean shorts.
No, get yourself a good pair of shorts. Get yourself. You got to get the.
Oh fuck!
Get yourself some nice shorts that a nice man should wear, right? And you don't need all the cargo space when you're out doing just nothing, right? I get it. If you're working, or you're deployed and you cut off some shorts, whatever, like those pockets have a purpose. But when you're going to Walmart, you don't need those pockets. And everyone's like, where do I put my tourniquet? Where do I put my OFAC? Where do I put my gun? It's like, all right, you can get inside the waist belt, holsters. You can still put shit on your belt. Or, you can do what I do. And I got this lovely tactical fanny pack.
Ooh.
And check what I got inside there.
Soul attack?
Oh, yeah. Now,
nice.
Boom. So there's no excuse for a grown-ass man to be wearing cargo shorts. Like, what else you gonna be? You gonna ride up to my house to come raid me, driving yourself a 3-wheel big tyke and power slide in my driveway?
3-wheel big tank. Now, how about this? How about this? What about if there? So when I think of cargo shorts, I think of like the American Eagle, like
Oh,
thick shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like
yeah,
that's
bro.
what I
Like,
think
I'm not
of.
gonna like, dude. Back in 1999, I wore those. In 1999, you
And then
know,
I got
that was awesome.
laid.
But the thing is like, dude, like that's like when Jinko jeans were cool too, man. Like, are you gonna wear jeans that are like 50 feet wide? Like, are you gonna
Oh,
start putting chains in your wallet? You know,
shopping at Hot Topic again.
you know?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you, dude. I'm sold. I'm sold on the fuck the cargo shorts thing.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything? Is a cargo short anything that just has pockets besides the quick access
No,
pockets?
so
Okay.
the thing is like you can even have some hidden pockets if you need extra pockets. It's just cargo shorts just look frumpy, dude. They just look
Yeah.
frumpy, you know? It's like when you're wearing those, the majority of the dudes that are wearing those are like, let's be honest, it's a bunch of dudes that got out of the army like 2 years ago, but yet put on weight to look like they got out of the army 15 years ago. You know, just sitting there, like, thank me for my service hat on. Like it's just like, dude, you look like a fucking nerd, man.
What
It's like,
about all right, so I'm trying to poke holes in this. I'm with you. I'm with you. But what about what about cargo pants? Do you feel
no,
differently about
oh,
this?
oh, no, no. Unless you are working, like unless you have work that, you need cargo pants. Like, you're in construction, you're into, like, doing some like manual labor, or you like work for the ATF and you want to shoot Citizen Hush's dogs. It's like you need those extra pockets, and I get it. But like when you're just like going to like going to Publix to go get yourself a wonderful sub, like you don't need those extra pockets. You just look like a nerd, man.
All right, all right. We for all those listening, all 98,000 Twitter followers and 2,000 something YouTube subscribers. Cargo pants and cargo shorts are haram. They are not official trap house sanctioned wear.
I'm glad I could help.
Dude, you wildin'.
No, like
I'm I'm
honestly,
loving it.
it's all that goon eye for the boot guy, dude. You know, I gotta help you guys out. Get yourself some good drip. Like get yourself a nice RBS like you know Whoopie hoodie. It's get yourself some chubby shorts. Like you got a nice Cabela hat. Like it's not hard, man. Quit looking like a homeschooler, man.
Oh man, jeez. All right, so speaking of drip, you've been known for being the drip god of goon Twitter. If you had to goon eye for the whatever the phrase you used that was much funnier than when you said it.
Goon eye for the boot guy.
There you go. There you go. Let's say you had to take a basic bitch dude who had $150 budget. How would you outfit him?
So what I would love to do with Julio is like if you want to talk like a basic bitch, like so Julio Rosas, our grunt style wearing, journalist friend. Burn all the grunt style, dude. Just throw it all away. Throw it all away. Get some pants that fit you. Like I'm not saying wear skinny jeans. I'm not, like don't wear skinny jeans. In fact, don't look like little T Rex arms over here. But no, like get jeans. Get pants that fit you, man. Get t-shirts. You want to get like a cotton like poly blend type thing, so that when you're sweating, it doesn't chafe your nipples because you don't want to have your nipples bleeding when you're out there. When you're out there shooting Abu bad guy in the face. You
and
know, like,
and, and kicking blue barrels.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Kicking blue barrels with bloody nipples is no bueno, man. Um, like, bro, like there's so many different pants. So you can get cool, you can get Prana, you can get like even REI. Even 511 has certain pants that don't look all super fud. But if you want to look like Tim Kennedy and just get some pants that make your ass look twice as big as it normally is, don't do that. That just looks nerdy too. T-shirts, belts. Get yourself a good duty belt. Exxon Brisk makes a wonderful duty belt. I'm just throwing that out there for those
I
of you
will. I will be placing my order next week.
um, for my everyday carry belt, I have a core belt, Kore, just because like it has like the ratch system and it keeps all my shit up. Uh, jackets, you can go so many different types of jackets, whatever feels comfortable, just make sure it fits good. Don't make it look like you're trying to wear either your dad's clothing when you were like 12, or also don't make it try to look like you're putting on your class A's, 15 years down the line when they obviously don't fit anymore. Like, so.
What about those Magellan fishing? Actually, Magellan. I don't know if they have Academy out where you're at, but Magellan is like the store brand, big ass baggy fishing
Oh no, yeah.
shirts.
Yeah, they have Academy where I'm at. I just don't go there because I'm not poor.
Ah! Oh man! All right, so we have learned quite a bit now. We've learned the other side of the Possum War. We've learned how to dress and not look like a tactical Abercrombie from 511. Now, the other thing, what's missing? What kind of cars are approved drip? How now that you're dressed, how do you get from point A to point B in style?
Honestly, cars, whatever car you want to drive, bro. As long as like you didn't, do the private special and get something at 25% interest. Yeah. Like, dude, I've been driving the same car since 2010. That like I paid off with TDY money, like right away. And I'm just gonna keep on driving that. But I also have other vehicles that are provided for me that you know, I don't have to pay for gas or any of that stuff for that one. But it's honestly, like if you want a truck, drive a truck. If you want a car, drive a car. Like, you know, just don't buy a chick car.
That makes me feel better because my ride is a tricycle, like you mentioned earlier.
Do you really have like one of those motorcycle tricycle things?
No,
Are you are you a
I
no? Are you a shiner? Or am I gonna see you in parades? Am I gonna see you in parades with like the little like shiner hat and doing like the little tricks on your tricycle and then like throwing candy at little kids?
no, I failed the licensing exam. I'll be honest, Doug. I can't read or write.
Well, maybe if you opened your eyes, you'd be able to.
Oh man. Oh, nicely done, but that's friendly fire, my friend.
But that's
All
why I can
right.
make those jokes. ROR, right? Rap out
Yes,
loud.
sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Next question. Are you a believer in Bigfoot? So I just had Braxton on, and he was just shitting all over Sasquatch shit. Are you a Sasquatch believer?
I'm Sasquatch as agnostic.
Okay, so you're not
Like,
Sasquatch positive.
yeah, like I'm not Sasquatch positive, but I'm also not Sasquatch negative. Like for me is like there is a lot in the world that we don't know, we can't really explain, and we haven't touched 100% of the world yet. Like believe me, I'd love to touch 100% of the world, but just haven't yet. Um, like there could be some Sasquatch, but also it could just be hoax by some nerds that are getting their rocks off doing nerd shit. I don't know.
Yeah, just that should be the next calling card. Just be like, yeah, you wanna go into the woods and do some Sasquatch shit, dog.
Yeah.
All right, so we touched. You and me have been talking about this for a couple weeks now, and you've been pretty public about it too. But a couple other folks want to know, and this is actually really interesting to me because I don't drink. But so you quit drinking a couple weeks ago. A, how's that been going? And B, what was kind of the impetus? Like, what made you decide to give up the sauce?
Yeah, so I quit drinking this Friday will be 8 weeks. And
Congrats, man.
honestly, yeah, thanks man. It's um I've had a problem with alcohol that I just refused to admit to having a problem. Like 9 times out of 10, I drink just fine, and then it'd be that 10th time where I'm like getting blackout or brown out drunk. and I do stupid things, like, um, I am that guy that will go streak into the quad, like I am that guy that like, like I just disappear sometimes, man. Like it's kind of scary. Like I just go adventuring and go running like with no shoes on in the middle of big cities and then come to, like where am I? Just like how
and,
did I get here?
and
You
you've
know,
got ticks, and you've got ticks on your balls.
well no, because the possums protect me. The possums protect me. The Lord willing, the possums protect me. But
Uh,
like and so I've been feeling great, man. Like so I never really got hungover. Uh and then also I don't know about you. I've never really struggled with Asian flush either.
nah.
I've had friends that they definitely get it. However, for me, different types of alcohol, affect me differently than other kinds. But it's like for me, it's having full capacity over everything again, not having a vice over me, and then just being there and present for my family too. You
Yeah.
know, which is a huge thing for me. Because I don't want to burn down bridges that shouldn't be burnt down with through my actions. Like, and there's no excuse if you're drunk. And then shout out to Eddie McClintock. He's a really good buddy of mine, and he's been sober for over 20 years, and he's been helping guiding me through this whole journey. And then for me, it's been a lot with like my faith, and then support from my family. So yeah. Also, uh, all the money that I spend on alcohol is now going towards guns. So that's also
Hell
nice.
yeah. Yeah, man, that's awesome to hear, dude. I'm really proud of you. Like that's a really really solid accomplishment. I quit drinking 8 years ago. I mean, I use the term quit drinking loosely. Like I'll drink with my family once in a while, like on holidays or my brother's wedding. But I cut out drinking with other people and by myself about 8 years ago. And I'll be honest, dude, and you kind of alluded to this, like not drinking, like that's like playing life with cheat codes.
Oh yeah, man, for sure.
Yeah, like I'm always juggling like a million different projects, and people are like, yo, how do you do so much? And I'm like, dog, because I'm not out getting drunk every weekend. Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. Keep it up, man. Let's see what else we got on the Twitter. Let's see, a lot about cargo shorts. There's a lot about cargo shorts. Oh, okay, yeah, this is something we were talking about earlier tonight. Um, so from a civilian standpoint, like what's a short aside from like getting training and shit, like and let's say like you're a decent shot, like stationary, you do a couple competitions here and there, whatnot, but you want to go deeper. What's the best advice you got for a civilian who wants to kind of explore the nether regions of what's possible without enlisting?
Yeah. So honestly, is it's not even necessary. Like it's looking at it through a certain lens. To me, is um number one, be humble. Like no matter what range you go to, no matter where you go, even on the internet, there's experts all over the place and they're telling you their expert opinion. You know, don't sit there and just shoot it down right away, because there's a thousand ways to skin a cat, honestly. Like my favorite happens to be naked. But anyways, so like like the thing is like honestly too is like you're gonna get advice from people like and people that are legit good at what they do, and then also you're gonna get advice from people that to just sound like fucking idiots. But sometimes there are gems in there. What you got to do is you got to take that information and just put it on the shelf. Put everything on the shelf, right? And find what works for you, what fits for you, right? Because like, you could have certain people that have this is what they do for their living, and they get caught up on like what they were taught 20 years ago. But the thing is like whether it's CQB or whether even like shooting pistols, is things change, and even like technology changes, and like different grips, different different this and that and that. Like you just got to be. able to adapt to like new things. And remember, like there is no one all be all, right? For me, like just repetition, getting rounds down the range. Period. Like it's right now it's kind of hard because
Yeah.
ammo costs way too much money. But like within like try to shoot as many rounds as you can and also have fun with it. Like that's the number one thing for me is have fun with it with whoever you're shooting with. Don't make it a chore. Even if like you're doing drills, even if you're trying to get better, like be competitive, man. Like have your best buddy like sitting next to you and be like, bro, like you shoot like a bitch, you know, and it's like like and like be competitive with each other, like like and then also know where your strengths
I think
lie.
yo, Brink,
Yeah.
you froze up for a second. There I got you back.
Sweet. But yeah,
Yeah, key takeaway: don't shoot like a bitch.
yeah.
No, that's great. Yeah, that was timely too, because I posted. I think it was yesterday. I posted a bunch of videos of me like because I came to the realization I was like I was decent like a year ago before the ammo situation got worse, and like doing all this shit on YouTube, Guns America, and all that stuff, and trying to score internet points and whatnot. I was like, I went out and I started running a course of fire. And I was like, man, I suck. Like, what happened? And so I started like going back to like just doing some really basic stuff, going really slow, like walking and shooting slow. And then this boomer like retweets me. Like I explicitly called out, like I'm going slow intentionally because I'm trying to relearn this. And he's like, yeah, if you did that in a firefight, you'd be dead. I was like, dog,
No,
what?
yeah, for sure. Like, dude, like thing is too is like master the basics,
Mhm.
right? Master the basics. Don't sit there and try to like like T-Rex arms and like just doing just super cringe shit just to do super cringe shit. Like, hey, you may shoot like amazing in like in a like a like a static range where you're just is like, oh, I make one step to the right every time I shoot. Pew pew. It's just like, but now like do a kinetic range, like where you have to move. Do a kinetic range where you have to move, and then also you have to do transitions, like when you have people sitting there like on the internet like, oh, transitions are stupid, just get the get your AR back in the fight. It's like, yeah, I agree, get your AR back in the fight. But however, sometimes you can't get that AR back in the fight, and you need to get the other pew in the rifle. Get that heat on. Put some hate down range. So,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
man,
Yeah.
just giving me a war boner right now just talking about it, man.
So for those who are tuning in and don't know who T-Rex Arms is, you want to do the honors and give them a too long didn't read on who Lucas is.
Sure. It's your nerdy little brother's friend that found a gun in his grandpa's basement and decided to wear skinny jeans and listen to Skrillex all night, and all of a sudden now he's a professional like shooter and knows tactics and everything, and he loves to hop out of like the
Oh yeah.
like how to hop out of cars. Is like, hey, I'm gonna get out the driver's door, the side that the enemy is supposedly at, and then I just randomly have a 240 sitting in my back seat. It's fun shit like that. And then also, I like to walk slowly up to people and shoot at the ground, you know, while Sicario music's playing.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
it's like, bro, like that's. I mean, like, sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be too harsh, but like, let him go do it because natural selection will take its toll. All right, so
Yeah, that's something that so like I started a YouTube channel about a year ago, and probably the best thing that came out of that is I stopped watching other gun YouTube channels. Oh man. All right, cool. Let's see. We've got let me refresh real quick. Sorry for not being better prepared. All right, next question. Greg, aka the real Greg D. He wants to know, when is Brink gonna stop being a pussy and start liking Nickelback and Creed?
all right, Greg, you already know the answer to this. It's not gonna happen. First of all, Nickelback is the worst thing to ever happen in the music industry, because you can take all their songs and then make a super mashup just to make one song because they all sound the same.
Legit people have done that too.
Creed, on the other hand, I admitted a long time ago that back in 1999, when I was in high school, or I was in 8th grade at that time, I liked Creed. I also wore cargo shorts. I also wore Jinko jeans. And sometimes you grow up because you realize that certain things just shouldn't be done in life. Okay? You shouldn't be wearing socks with your sandals, Greg.
Oh god, that's like one of my pet peeves. People will wear like sliders with like tube
Yeah.
socks on
Oh, yeah.
out in public even worse.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the only time it's okay to wear socks with sandals is if you're wearing Birkenstocks and you got wool socks on and you're going Birkenstocks.
Them JC Cruisers,
Yeah,
baby.
there you go. JC Cruisers. All the way.
All right, let's see. I don't. This one sounds like an inside joke that I'm not privy to, but Etherm, aka Eric Aridi, or I can't pronounce his last name. When is the volleyball tournament? No, I haven't forgotten.
Oh, shit. No, that was on Twitter a while ago. I asked who would be interested in seeing a volleyball tournament with myself, Terry, um, Nick, and Red playing against each other on a beach shirtless. It got a pretty good positive reaction, obviously. Um, the date is pending the outcomes of the Possum Wars. So the more support we get on the Possum side, the faster this can happen.
Oh man, I feel like the entire fabric of the cosmos is hinging on the outcome of this Possum War. I have chosen my side. I'm sorry, brother.
I wasn't able to touch you good enough yet. I'm really good with my hands.
Oh, nah. my loyalty lies with Dep, my fellow Southerner. It was close though. It was close. It was close. All right, and then my last question. So this is an ongoing theme. You know Pickle, right?
Oh yeah, I definitely know Pickle. Um,
Great guy.
I
Great
don't
guy.
know if you know this, but Pickle and I grew up in the same neighborhood, and we have legit mutuals.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. No, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I do know that the lisp is real.
Yeah. Y'all heard it here first. Objective third-party validation that Pickle does in fact have a lisp. I pulled. That's the real reason Brink's on here. A childhood friend to verify my claims that he has a lisp. Oh man. So one of the things that probably is kind of a recurring joke on my podcast now is I am getting literally everybody, including let's say what's her name, that rapper, the trash rapper. Hang on, I'll Google her.
Aren't they all trash rappers?
No, what's her name? Uh,
Cardi B.
no, Iggy Azalea.
Oh,
So
oh yeah.
I will have Iggy Azalea on my podcast before I will have Pickle on my podcast. So the joke is to just keep getting people on, and we're just going to talk about Pickle and not give him an outlet.
Yeah. No. What do you want to talk about Pickle? Like, we
Yeah,
could just talk about. Well, yeah, we could talk about how dude, the guy. There's not a fucking hill he won't die on.
yep.
Like, you could be like sitting there like, oh, I like bread, and they'd be like, you fucking moron, why do you like bread? Are you a fucking communist? Oh my gosh, and then he sucks his own pickle, it's just like, and then he gets himself banned. And he's like, bro, I got banned again. I don't know how did I get banned? It's just like, bro, like, just stop. Like, just what did that poor 90-year-old woman do? All she did was say she liked bread, man. Yeah,
And then he takes a bite of his sandwich.
yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. He's like, Wonder Bread, bro. I got it at Walmart with my cargo shorts on. Wait,
Oh, man.
actually, my bad. I'm doing the wrong impression of it. Wonder Bro, man. Yeah, guys, is so special.
That was actually a better impression than my own. Yeah, like when I met Pickle in person, like I first of all, like I had this mental image of this dude, like short, stout, whatever. This dude is just he's like really short and stout, like his legs are really short, but his body and his arms are really long. So like he like from a distance, he looks like he might be 6'4", but when you get up close, you're just like, what is this angry Oompa Loompa, and why is he yelling at?
So he
And
looks
why
like
has he got a lisp?
a monkey with a lisp, And like the thing is too is like you can't really hold it against him too much because the guy did choose Cav. Like there's obviously certain synapses aren't really meeting up here. So it's like right now I kind of feel guilty because we're like it's like we're making fun of the kids on the short bus, but
All right, Pickle.
which he in
Well,
fact did ride the short bus to school because I saw him when I would be driving to school. So
when I'd be driving to school in my tricycle.
yeah, my big wheel
My big wheel. There you go.
power
Oh
slide.
man. Pickle, one day we'll have you on the show, but this year's not going to be your year, dog. Oh man. All right, Brink. Thanks so much for coming on, dog. As always, laugh my ass off. It's always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Yeah, man.
If the people, so the folks, there's not a ton of overlap between my YouTube folks and my Twitter folks. So if the people on YouTube want to find you, where can they find you, dog?
On Twitter at Brinkaville.
All right, cool. Brink, thank you again, sir.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. All right. See ya.